From Washington, this is VOA News. Allies protest U.S. wiretapping. Drone strike kills al-Shabab militant in Somalia. I'm Ray Kouguell reporting from Washington. European Union lawmakers are confronting U.S. officials about allegations of widespread American spying on its allies. The 23-member European Parliament delegation began a series of meetings Monday in Washington with U.S. lawmakers and officials in several government agencies. Those talks are scheduled to run through Wednesday. The Spanish Foreign Ministry summoned the U.S. Ambassador James Costos for a 45-minute meeting in Madrid Monday, within hours of reports in two Spanish newspapers that the U.S. tracked more than 60 million Spanish phone calls in a single month. Spain denounces snooping as inappropriate and unacceptable. European leaders have denounced reports of national security agencies spying on other allies, including monitoring of the cell phone of Germany's Chancellor Angela Merkel. White House spokesman Jay Carney says the United States is concerned about its relationship with its European partners and is working to address those concerns through diplomatic channels.
That kind of relationship, those kinds of relationships are key to the security of this nation and of our allies. So, again, we're conducting a review. We are mindful that some of these disclosures have caused tension in our relationships. We deal with those issues through diplomatic channels, and we are in direct communication with a number of countries on these matters.
White House spokesman Jay Carney. Sources in Somalia say a suspected U.S. drone strike killed a key operative of the militant group al-Shabab. Witnesses tell VOA Ibrahim Ali Abdi, the mastermind of al-Shabab's suicide missions, was killed Monday in southern Somalia when a drone fired 3 missiles at the car he was traveling in. There's been no comment about that attack from U.S. officials. International inspectors who are charged with visiting Syria's chemical weapons sites say 2 of them remain inaccessible due to security concerns. Inspections at 21 of 23 sites by the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons are completed. Palestinians in the West Bank and Gaza Strip are getting ready to welcome home 26 prisoners due to be released by the Israeli government as part of recently revived peace talks. VOA's Scott Bobb has more from Jerusalem.
Families of the 26 prisoners celebrated the announced release and prepared to hold parties in the West Bank and Gaza Strip. Most of the prisoners have spent more than 20 years in jail for involvement in attacks on Israeli civilians prior to the 1993 Oslo Agreement that created the Palestinian Authority. It is the second release of Palestinian prisoners from Israeli jails since peace talks resumed 3 months ago between Israel and the Palestinian Authority. 2 more releases are scheduled as part of confidence-building measures before the talks are due to end in 6 months. But families of some of the Israeli victims protested and threatened legal action. Scott Bobb, VOA News, Jerusalem.
A sport utility vehicle burst into flames after plowing through a crowd in Beijing's Tiananmen Square, killing 5 people and injuring 38 others. Chinese police say the vehicle was on a busy nearby street Monday when it veered onto a pedestrian area and sped past barriers before crashing near the iconic picture of Mao Zedong and catching fire. No word given about what happened and why. A major storm with wind gusts of up to 160 kilometers per hour lashed southern Britain, the Netherlands, France, and Germany Monday, knocking down trees, flooding low-lying areas, and causing travel chaos. As many as 13 people were reported killed. New York City's Ellis Island, which greeted millions of immigrants to the U.S., reopened its museum doors a year after Superstorm Sandy tore through much of the eastern half of the country. Sandy killed more than 100 people and caused tens of billions of dollars in property damage. The doctor convicted of unintentionally killing pop music superstar Michael Jackson was released from jail after serving 2 years of a 4-year sentence. Conrad Murray was free due to good behavior and prison overcrowding. The former cardiologist was convicted in 2011 of causing Michael Jackson's death in June 2009 by providing him with a powerful anesthetic, propofol, as a sleep aid. His lawyer says Murray, now 60, wants to be a doctor again. I'm Ray Kouguell, VOA News. Details on these and other stories at voanews.com.